Welcome everyone. Welcome to my LinkedIn Live series. We have a saying in Chinese. So let me see here. I think we are live. Please share in the chat window where you are watching from. And during my sharing, I would love to hear from you through the chat window, how you resonate, what do you think, agree, don't agree, or if you have any questions. That's why we're here with the live streaming, so we can engage in the real time. So for the people who's first time watching this or who don't know me yet, my name is XIAO-YU. You can call me XIAO-YU. I am a leadership and intercultural transition coach and also business consultant. You can find out more details about my work and my background on my LinkedIn profile or on my website. So with this saying, this series on LinkedIn Live, we have a saying in Chinese. Every Thursday, 5 p.m., which is now Central Europe time, I come out live. So my goal here is to share a Chinese saying together with the culture, the wisdom behind, also the language, but also with my reflections and thought around that saying, because many times, probably people who worked with me or who know me personally, I like to say, we have a saying in Chinese, and I bring out the story because although they are from hundreds, thousands of years ago, still somehow they apply. They apply to our modern time, in work and life. So I thought it could be interesting to share with you. And the last but the most important thing, if you would love to come in here to share your favorite Chinese saying and how it inspired you, let's talk. I would love to have you join me as the guest speaker and come in here to share your story. And please share in the chat window where you're watching from. And hello, hi, Alessandro again. Yeah, hello from Thailand. Thank you for being here. So today, the saying I want to share with you is 孟母三迁. So 孟母三迁, Meng refers to the Meng Zi. Probably some of you know about him. Even you don't know him, you know Kong Zi, Confucius, right? So Meng Zi and Kong Zi, these are two most important people in the Confucianism. So Meng Zi, he's from the War State period, and he was also, back then, he's a philosopher and educator. So that's Meng Zi. And Mu is mother, the mother of Meng Zi. Let me see. I think my internet is not very stable. So please let me know if you can watch. Let me put in the chat window. You have problem. So feel free to. So please let me know if you have trouble with watching this. Let me see. So Meng Mu, the mother of Meng Zi, and the son is 3 in Chinese. But in this situation, in this context, this phrase actually son refers to many times. So if you read some ancient book or some old saying from back then, many times you see 3 refers to many of them. And qiān is about moving or relocating or traveling. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Alessandro. Yeah, so that's qiān, about moving, traveling. So 孟母三迁, this is a story, a 成语 about Meng Zi, because his father passed when he was very young, and his mother was taking him travel around in order to settle down in a place that Meng Zi can study better, where he can concentrate more on his study, where he can surrounded by the people who love study, who love knowledge. So we usually use this phrase to refers to it is important to raise the kid in a nice environment and to have your kid surrounded by great people, by great role models. The environment for someone's growth is very important. But also sometimes we use this phrase to talk about how mothers go extra mile for their kids' future. That is also why I got inspired. I want to share this saying with you this week, because last week was the Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day. to all the moms, all the great moms around the world. Yeah. And today, around this story, I want to expand a bit to the personal and the professional development of adults out there, just like you and me, and talk about how to recognize and immerse yourself in the environment that helps you to concentrate on whatever you are doing. Just imagine when you watch a movie at home, either you have a projector or you have TV or on your laptop, right? We always tend to be distracted, right? Sometimes a message pop up on your phone, or someone call you, or you talk with the people next to you, you comment about the movie, you talk off topic, or you eat the popcorn, right? Or someone ring the doorbell. In other words, you may not fully focus on the movie. You may miss some part of the movie. On the other side, if you've been to those 6D movie, it started with a 3D, but there's also 6D. Nowadays, I think even have 8D movies, so you sit on a chair with motion. And I remember when I went to the Universal Studio, they have the water spray on your face and they have the cold air under your feet. So you really immerse in that movie environment. You feel like you are part of the movie. You are part of the story. You enjoy it, you love it, time flies, and you have so much fun, right? So that's like the state of flow when we are fully engaged. And we all know when we reach the state of flow, we are fully engaged, we are energized, and it brings us more creativity, and we reach our peak performance. And also there's more satisfaction and fulfillment from the activity you are doing. So the question is, how can we create this 6D style environment in our work and life when we try to do something, when we want to do something, we want to concentrate? So here are a concept of 6 elements that I want to share with you, something you could consider it to help you reach that state of flow, to have the concentration. The first one is spiritual element. It is about the purpose, the meaning behind everything you do, behind what you do, right? If you are running a business, if you are a leader in a team, what would be the legend you want to create for your career? Or on a personal level, how would you hope people remember you when you leave the world one day? So my suggestion here is to check in on yourself on a regular basis, how connected and how aligned you feel with what you are doing, and how confident and how much faith you have in yourself on what you are doing. Because many times we are so easy to get distracted or to lose track on this spiritual element, the mission, the purpose behind everything, when we are too busy with the doing. We forgot the being because we are busy with checking off the to-do list, right? So give yourself some time, honor the time and space to check in on yourself. That's the first element, spiritual. The second element is mental. Mental is about your mindset, the way of thinking, the way you perceive things. It is not about the specific things that you are thinking about. It is about how you process the information and how your thought is working in your mind, in your brain. So the tips here is to start with thinking about what could be the tactics or resources that help you to be more present, to wake up your creativity, to raise your awareness, or to boost your brain power, to be more energetic, right, in your brain, and how to connect with your intuition. So there are different things. Many people do meditation, centering, right, and music, art, creative process, etc. There are plenty tools out there. That's the second one, the mental, the mindset part. And the third element is your emotion, the feeling. We are human, right? We all have feelings, we all have emotions. It's just sometimes it's more show us externally, so people see it more obvious, but sometimes internally. So how we perform in life and work is affected by the way how we perceive things and how we manage our emotion in ourselves and around others, with the others, between the others. How aware are you about your emotions, right? How much do you understand your emotion and where it comes from, how it's shaped? from the past, from your experience, or from your environment, how to express your emotion, how to tell people you're feeling, and how to control it or stimulate it if that's what you want. So here I would suggest to start with the stress, because it is one of the biggest distraction to concentration. How is your stress level on a good day or on a bad day, if you perceive as a bad day, right? Think about an example, something happened in the past, and really look into it like case study, to think about, okay, what pushed my button there? And what are my triggers? Why is that? How is it serving me? So next time if it happen again, something similar happen again, how can I respond to it instead of reacting to it? And then really, it is okay. It's totally okay to have emotion. Actually, it's great to have emotion, to be honest, because you feel it, you care about it. No matter the desirable ones or the undesirable ones. But what matters here is how aware we are about our emotion and how we are leading our emotion to release or to enhance it. But you are not led by your emotion. So that's the third one, the emotion. The next one, physical, right? After talk about the mind, now let's talk about the body, because we are holistic. Our health, obviously, how much ability, because health is about how much ability you have to move and take action. You can have all these crazy, amazing ideas, but how can you put into action to make it into reality? So something simple can do to include healthy diet, eating habit, exercise in your routine. Make sure you have good sleep, right? To do body check on regular basis, etc. Here, especially many times, the physical health, the element is so obvious. It's like we sometimes even feel like no need to think about it. Especially, I want to remind you to be mindful about the physical element when you are super busy with something, or when you are super enthusiastic about something, you're passionate about something, because in that moment, probably you are already in the state of flow. But that's also the time sometimes we tend to ignore the physical health in this moment, right? You are crazy about doing something, so you don't eat, you don't sleep, just keep doing, keep doing. The thing is, it won't support you the most. It's not the way it support you the most when it becomes a long-term norm. So that's the physical health element. The next one, social. Social is about relationship, like same part of the saying about human being is we somehow always connect with people, intentionally or unintentionally. The relationship with other in the society, the community, your organization, it's kind of like the story about Meng Zi's mom, right? She wants to settle down in an environment where he can be surrounded by other people who also love to read, who love to learn. So that's the social environment. In other words, to build your circle. So how you and other communicate, how you influence with each other, what's your social style and the pattern, and really think about it to say, okay, are this social style and the pattern working for me, or they're actually working against me? Is there something I can improve, or is something I should stay with it, right? So to build your support accountability system is also very important here. One thing I want to emphasize, because when we say to build your circle, to embrace your people, surround yourself with your people, but a healthy and sustainable social relationship should be is supposed to be interdependence. So it's not a need-based relationship. What does it mean? It's not about you want something, you need something, so you go for those people. It's supposed to be how you nurture each other to be a better one. So that's the fifth one, the social element. The last one, environment. Environment means like the environment, the condition around you, right? Climate, the lighting, how comfortable your clothes, the devices, my laptop, technology, internet, right? Wi-Fi. Yeah. So this environment, what I would say is within your capability, you set the environment that bring out the best of you. And sometimes these could be external factors that are out of our control, like my Wi-Fi. In the beginning, there was a moment it was a bit unstable, but what can I do? Be creative, right? Ask for help. I asked people, and Alessandro was very nice to tell me it's okay, right? Oh, sometimes the thing doesn't work. Be creative to create the environment that can help you concentrate. So these are the 6 elements. And actually, if you look into them, they are all relate to each other, or they connect with each other, or actually they impact each other. So coming to that, and then I also want to actually share a quick example, because this sounds like a very conceptual thing, right? So I want to share example. I will use my LinkedIn Live streaming on every Thursday as an example to share with you how I set myself with this environment, right? The situation, the surrounding to concentrate in this project to reach my peak performance. So the spiritual one, I am a Chinese, and I feel I'm very proud to be a Chinese, and we have this beautiful language with always stories, wisdoms. I feel my responsibility, but also the honor to share with people who are curious or interested in this. Right? It's about culture sharing. It's about have this better understanding to connect with people. And also definitely it brings me a lot of connections with like-minded people. And the mental element is about how I define the success of this series, of this project I'm doing. I would say showing up is already a big success, a big milestone. To be honest, come up here every Thursday. It's a commitment. And it is also a learning experience for myself, because when I prepare for the content, I think about it. Sometimes I also have new realization. Sometimes I was thinking, that's really cool. I should share with people. And I do have specific goals, action plan, and the metrics for this project. But while I'm trying to reach all those, each view, each engagement, like every time when I see the people sign up, when I see how many views the video receive, the person who's going to comment or going to watch the replay later, playback later, they all matter, because I trust the process will bring me to my goal, but I also enjoy the process. That's my mindset, how I see this project and the success. And the emotion one, most time I come in here confident and excited, because every week I have a new thing, it's fun. Preparation is fun, and coming here, look at the camera, it's interesting. Although I do have to admit, in the beginning, when I started out, I was a little bit nervous. The technical setting, it's not really complicated, but I never done this before. Also because I'm not so big on social media myself with my own image. It's not about fear, it's just not my usual communication style, let's say it that way. Nothing wrong with posting selfie videos, but it's just not usually how I do. So it was a little bit out of my comfort zone. But I have my motivation, the spiritual element behind, that's my drive. And I do love trying new things. And believe it or not, if you check the recording back then when I did my first live streaming, I got 15 minutes delayed because of some tech issue. But I managed to calm down. I didn't get upset. I was telling people in the chat window, please bear the technical issue. I'm working on it, and I solved the problem. I'm very proud that I didn't give up. And I also didn't beat myself up, because I did learn lots of lessons. And it was a learning experience. And I really appreciate the people who waited me there for 15 minutes, to be honest. Lots of appreciation. And that experience actually bring me more peace nowadays. Every time when I come in here, okay, even the internet doesn't work, we are going to figure out, because I have these people show up to see me, right? And I am prepared to come in here. So I feel more peace and more confidence even. And the next factor, the element, is the physical one. Not necessarily only for this live streaming, but usually I have slow morning. I try not to have phone calls in the morning. So I get up not too late, but I do my own things. Could be study, could be reading, could be painting, music, or, go for a walk in the park. it's about that's how for me to slowly start my day, it's actually energized me. Yeah. And definitely for the physical one, stay hydrated before the live streaming because there's lots of talking. Yeah, so that's a physical one. And the next one is the social element. For sure, every one of you in front of screen now who's engaging with my post, who's been supporting me all through this post content, you are in my support system, right? And then also I got to connect with many like-minded people, like I said, could be coaches, Chinese people or foreign people who are curious in my culture, in my language. And also I had so many interesting conversations started from this live streaming. And also I have to say, I have my biggest fan and also my partner, my husband. He's always been there. He's my support system. He always be there, support me, inspire me, encourage me, and sometimes to also help me prepare the content a bit. I rehearse with him in the beginning. So that's my social environment I set up for this. And for the environment one, the condition surrounding, for me, fresh air and the natural light are really important to kind of bring out the best of me. I have a big window in front of me. So I have blue sky, the clouds there. And also usually I chill a little bit on the balcony before I start streaming to get some fresh air. I always come in early to do the tech check. So that's the environment one. And that's also the last one. And I hope my example kind of connects the dot here to make everything make more sense. And also really this concept can apply to small tasks, right? Even just one small task. Or it could be just overall with our life and work goals. And the last thing I want to emphasize is there's no right or wrong. There's no perfect setting, perfect environment. What works for other people who seems already reached their success, it's not necessarily will work for you. And what got you here won't get you there. I would say be open to observe and learn about others, but also important to look into yourself, to explore your own environment, to experiment with it, with the strategies, with the resources, and adjust and improve continuously. And then you can define the formula for your own success. Yeah. With that, we also come to the end of the sharing. I see Nicholas here from Zaragoza. I hope I said that right, Nicholas. And also Yao. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Yao. Great move. So that's also bring us to the end of my sharing today. We have a saying in Chinese. So every Thursday, 5 p.m. Central Europe time, I come up live here to share my language, the cultural wisdom behind, also some reflections around that. Even you cannot make it live to the live event, make sure to sign up the event, and then you can have the playback available afterwards. And the last thing, don't be shy to say hi if you would love to come in here to share your favorite Chinese saying and how it inspired you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice evening, nice morning, and lovely night.